The autopsy report was already signed when it landed in my inbox, and the time of death hadn't happened yet. I remember staring at the timestamp, thinking my computer clock was wrong. Then I saw the date, 3 weeks in the future, and my name was typed at the bottom, exactly how I sign it. I hadn't written a word of it. I didn't even know who the body was supposed to be. I'm a medical examiner for a mid-sized county in the Midwest. Nothing glamorous, no famous cases. Most days are routine in the most uncomfortable way possible. Paperwork, phone calls, people wanting answers I can't give them. That morning started the same as every other. Coffee gone cold, fluorescent lights humming, a backlog of reports waiting to be finalized. Then there it was. Case file number already assigned, Jane Doe, estimated age 42. Cause of death listed as blunt force trauma with secondary complications. I remember thinking it had to be a clerical error. Someone recycled an old template. Maybe IT screwed up a database sync. That happens more often than people think. But then I scrolled. The report didn't read like a placeholder. It was detailed, uncomfortably detailed. Lacerations described down to the millimeter. A fractured hyoid bone. Petechial hemorrhaging in both eyes. A contusion behind the left ear, shaped like an oval, 2 inches long. I stopped breathing for a second, because those weren't generic injuries. They were specific, intentional. And the language was mine, not just medically accurate, but phrased the way I phrase things, short sentences. No unnecessary adjectives, clinical but careful. I searched the database, no matching case, no incoming Jane Doe, no unidentified body on any county or state log. I checked neighboring jurisdictions, nothing. I printed the report and walked down the hall to records. They hadn't seen it. IT said the file originated internally, logged from my credentials, at 2:14 a.m. I was asleep at 2:14 a.m. I know that because my phone showed a missed call from my sister at 2:16, and I remember waking up annoyed. I should have stopped there, should have flagged it, escalated it, but curiosity is a dangerous thing in my line of work. I took the report home that night, read it again, slower. There was a section near the end that made my stomach tighten. Under additional observations, it mentioned soil particulate matter embedded beneath the fingernails, trace amounts of limestone dust, consistent with older construction sites, and then one last line. Subject likely remained conscious for approximately 3 minutes following initial injury. I closed the folder, sat in my car, listened to the engine tick as it cooled, told myself it was a prank. A sick one, but still a prank. Weeks passed, nothing happened, no updates, no new files. I started to relax. Then the report updated itself. No notification, no email, just changed. A new paragraph appeared under toxicology. Low levels of zolpidem detected. Not enough to be fatal, enough to disorient. The timestamp on the update was from the following week. Still in the future. I felt something shift in me then. That quiet internal alarm that tells you when something isn't just wrong, but wrong in a way you're not equipped to handle. I checked audit logs, still my credentials, still logged during hours I was verifiably elsewhere. I started documenting everything privately. Screenshots, printouts, dates. I didn't tell my supervisor. I didn't want to sound paranoid. And in this job, once people start thinking you're unstable, it follows you. Then, 17 days later, the call came in. Unidentified female found in an abandoned redevelopment zone near the river. Construction site shut down years earlier. Trespassing complaints. Occasional homeless encampments. I already knew. Before they finished the sentence, I knew. When I arrived on scene, The air smelled like wet concrete and rust. Police tape fluttered, cameras everywhere. She was lying on her side near a collapsed fence, 40-something. Brown hair, no ID. I knelt, and I saw the mark behind her left ear. Same shape, same size. The hyoid fracture confirmed later. Petechiae, the fingernails, everything. Every detail matched the report that shouldn't have existed. I felt detached during the autopsy, like I was watching someone else work through my hands. When I finished, I compared my findings to the original report. They were identical, even my phrasing, even my commas. The time of death, 3 days after the report was originally dated. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. The report updated again. This time, it added a note about a healed rib fracture from years prior. Confirmed by imaging the following morning, I started to notice something else. The report wasn't just describing what happened. It was anticipating what I would find, predicting my conclusions, even correcting things I initially missed. I tried to lock the file, restricted access, read only. The next update bypassed it. I considered going public, calling the state board. Then I noticed a pattern. The updates always occurred shortly after I thought about the case. Late at night, alone, as if the system was listening. That sounds insane. I know how that sounds. But what would you think if this happened to you? If something inside your workplace knew your habits, your language, your conclusions, before you reached them? The final update came a month later. A single sentence appended at the end. No defensive wounds noted due to early incapacitation. I hadn't finished my supplemental yet. I hadn't decided that. I closed the file, reported the case as unresolved, unknown assailant, no suspects. Officially, that's where it ended. Unofficially, I started noticing similar reports. Not in my inbox. In the system, drafts, unassigned, future dates, different names, different counties, same formatting, same tone. I stopped opening them, but I couldn't stop thinking about them. Because if the system wasn't recording deaths, if it was preparing for them, then the question isn't how it knows. It's how many are already written. I still work here. I still sign reports. But I never check the future dates anymore. And if this story unsettled you, if it stayed with you longer than you expected, I want to know what you think happened. Leave your theory in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to Shadow Case Files, because some cases don't wait to happen. They're already finished. We just haven't caught up yet.